You don't feel it yet, but something much bigger than a recession is already happening around you. Every day, people wake up, go to work, pay bills, scroll their phones, and repeat the same routine. Everything feels normal on the surface. But underneath that normal life, the system that controls money, debt, housing, and opportunity is quietly changing. This is not just another economic slowdown. This is a structural shift. For decades, we were taught a simple story: work hard, save money, buy a house, invest a little, and slowly build a better life. That story worked because the monetary system supported it. Wages rose, assets grew, and debt stayed manageable. Today, that system is breaking. Look around. Housing feels impossible. Groceries cost more every month. Rent keeps rising. Interest rates are high. Credit card balances are exploding. Governments owe more money than ever before. Corporations are loaded with debt. And regular people are stuck in the middle, trying to survive. Most people think this is just inflation or the aftermath of the pandemic. It's not. What we're seeing is the result of decades of money creation. Whenever there was a crisis, financial crashes, wars, pandemics, governments and central banks printed massive amounts of money to keep everything running. That money didn't magically disappear. It flowed into stocks, real estate, and corporate profits. Asset prices skyrocketed, while wages barely moved. This created the biggest wealth gap in modern history. If you owned assets, you got richer. If you worked for wages, you fell behind. And now, we've hit the limit. Debt has become so large that raising interest rates to fight inflation threatens to break the system. But lowering rates again would restart inflation. They're trapped. That's why this moment is different. In the past, recessions were cycles. You go down, then you recover. But now, the tools used to fix recessions no longer work the same way. Governments can't easily borrow more. Central banks can't endlessly print without destroying purchasing power. Consumers are maxed out. Companies are cutting costs. Banks are becoming cautious. The engine is stalling. At the same time, the world itself is fragmenting. Countries are pulling back from globalization. Supply chains are being rebuilt locally. Trade tensions are rising. Wars and conflicts are reshaping alliances. Energy and food security are becoming strategic priorities. All of this makes everything more expensive and less efficient. That means higher prices are not temporary. They are structural. But here's the part no one likes to talk about. When systems reach this stage, they don't gently reset. They go through disorder. Not overnight collapse. Slow, uneven stress. Some people will do fine. Many won't. Middle-class lifestyles shrink. Savings lose value. Jobs become less secure. Housing stays out of reach. Young people delay families. Older people delay retirement. And psychologically, people feel exhausted. They sense something is wrong, even if they can't explain it. This is what a monetary transition feels like. History shows this pattern repeating again and again. Empires don't fall in one dramatic moment. Their financial systems weaken first. Currency loses trust. Debt grows faster than productivity. Social tension rises. Eventually, new systems replace old ones. We are entering that phase now. Digital currencies, alternative assets, regional trade blocs, and new financial rules are slowly emerging. Not because leaders want them, but because the old structure can't carry the weight anymore. So what does this mean for you? It means the game has changed. The old advice of just saving cash is dangerous in a world where money constantly loses purchasing power. Relying on one income stream is risky. Blindly trusting institutions is naive. But this is not a message of fear. It's a message of awareness. Because transitions also create opportunity. People who understand what's happening adapt faster. They learn new skills. They diversify income. They think long-term instead of paycheck to paycheck. They focus on assets instead of liabilities. They protect their time, their health, and their mindset. The biggest mistake right now is pretending everything will go back to how it was. It won't. The future belongs to people who are flexible, who learn about money, who don't panic but prepare, who build community instead of isolation, who invest in themselves. This doesn't mean becoming rich overnight or making risky bets. It means being intentional, understanding debt, understanding inflation, understanding where your money goes, building emergency savings, learning digital skills, exploring side income, thinking globally. Most importantly, it means realizing that stability is no longer something given to you by the system. You create it yourself. Right now, millions are waiting for politicians, banks, or markets to fix things. They won't. This is a bottom-up moment. The people who survive this shift are not the smartest or strongest. They are the most adaptable. So if you feel uneasy lately, that's normal. You're sensing the transition. What's coming is not just a recession. It's a rewriting of how money works, how value is stored, and how opportunity is created. You don't have to fear it, but you do have to wake up to it. Because in times like these, awareness is power.